It's time for another riveting episode of Playing Stupid Games. How long are we supposed to wait?
And this is going to be my home for the back reviews, and I am out on location, but you blow my mind.
Hey, players. I had to come back for this shit. Oh, man, you guys are going to love this. Oh, man, it hasn't been a good weekend. Well, I would say it hasn't been a good few days for our boy, Tucky Carlson. The Tuckster has been going through, and when I tell you, it hasn't been a good situation for him at all. As we know, the information came out about Fox News actually having the clear passes. And then Tucky Carlson decided it would be a great thing to harass Eric Swalwell, Representative Eric Swalwell from California. And it did not go as he planned. And I would definitely like for you guys to check this shit out.
But first tonight, there are a lot of different ways to sell out to China if you're looking to do that. If you're an unscrupulous finance mogul in New York, for example, you can just prop up the Chinese economy with billions in investment. Wall Street has been doing that for decades. If you're an elected official in Washington with a flair for demagoguery, you can do your part by pretending that the real threat to this country isn't the rise of Chinese power and ambition. No, 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 no. The real threat is that dastardly Vladimir Putin and his team of secret agents and his network of Macedonian troll farms. Just go on television a lot and say that, and maybe people will believe you. The question is, what if you don't have the money or the rhetorical skills to do either one of those things, but you still want to help? What if you're a not very bright third-string Democratic congressman from the East Bay? How can you do your part for Xi Jinping? Well, you could just find a Chinese spy and then have sex with her repeatedly. That's what Eric Swalwell did. Now, we're not going to get into the details of their relationship because this is a family show and honestly, it's pretty creepy. But we can tell you the spy's name was Fang Fang. And no, we're not making that up. Fang Fang, unfortunately, is not available to join us on the show tonight. She's fled back to her handlers on the Chinese mainland ahead of a Justice Department investigation. But amazingly, Eric Swalwell is still with us. He's still around. In fact, he's been elevated to a seat on the House Intel Committee, the perfect reward for the boyfriend of a Chinese spy. In a city obsessed with collusion with foreign powers, Eric Swalwell exits his relationship with the Chinese spy and ascends to the Intel Committee. It does make you wonder. Swalwell, you'll recall, came from nowhere 9 years ago to beat one of the most powerful and longest-serving members of Congress, Portnoy Pete Stark. It took an awful lot of money to do that, but somehow, despite being mediocre and inarticulate and totally unknown and very young, Eric Swalwell had the money to do that. So where did that money come from? Good question. After the election, the FBI determined that Eric Swalwell had raised most of that money illegally. A donor called James Tong had supplied the money without complying with campaign finance laws. To this day, we have no idea where most of that cash came from. Swalwell, of course, pleaded ignorance. And because he's dumb, the authorities apparently believed him. How would he know he was breaking the law? The guy's an idiot. That was their...
Child, what a fucking disgrace. I swear. So Tucker Carlson is talking about Eric Swalwell's wife. He's talking about Eric Swalwell. He's called Eric Swalwell dumb. All of these things. And this was done on Tuesday. So Fox News had to come back and retract this story. According to Eric Swalwell's, Fox News had to issue a retraction on the story about his campaign spending money on booze and limos and his wife hotel and records and all this kind of bullshit. They had to come back and retract this story. But Tucker Carlson, as good as he felt, decided that after they retracted the story and he talked so much bullshit about Eric Swalwell and Eric Swalwell's wife, he decided that he would go and text Eric Swalwell. Apparently he has Eric Swalwell's number. He sent Eric Swalwell a text and he says, "Eric, it's Tucker. Please give me a call on this number." Eric Swalwell texts back and says, Tucker, I'm hesitant to do that. You falsely smeared my wife on Tuesday and she's getting death threats. That's way out of bounds. She's a pregnant mom of 4 and she has a 2-year-old. Hit me all you like, but to go after her, that's just wrong. Child, so fucker Carl, excuse me, I'm sorry. So Tucky Carlson texts back and said, calls him a coward. Child, what a disgrace. If anybody is a coward, it is Tucker Carlson for this bullshit that he did to Eric Swalwell. But you know what? Things will work out in the washing and the rinsing. My mama always said karma may drip slow, but it always comes back. And this is what happened to Tucker Carlson today at a store in Montana. Check it out.
I don't care, man. Dude, you are the worst human being known to mankind. I want you to know that what you have done to this state, to the United States, to everything else in this world. I don't care that your daughter's here. What you have done to people's families, what you have done to everybody else in this world. Son, don't call me son. One.
Child, that man looked like he was about to beat the shit out of Tucky Carlson. And I must say, I wouldn't have blamed him. No, I don't want the man to get in trouble, but that was good, honey. He said, you are the worst human being. And I declare, honey, he ain't lying. I mean, where's the lie in what he said? This is what Tucker Carlson should get every single time he steps out of his door, because the things he does on that news network is completely ridiculous. I just don't understand how he still has this show. I don't understand how he still has this show. Like Glam Melanin said on Political Tea Talk the other day, on Friday, she said, I don't understand why Fox News is still considered real news. This is actually for entertainment. And I declare, honey, and Tucker Carlson is the lead of that. He is at the first seat in the class of buffoonery, because that's exactly what they do on Fox News, and it's completely disgusting. But I'm glad that that person got him back, and I'm surprised that happened in Montana. Hey, hell, go ahead, Montana, go ahead and stick it to him and stick him to him good. I thoroughly enjoyed that, honey. But that's what happened with Tucker Carlson. He has apparently slid down a razor blade and landed in an alcohol river with Eric Swalwell, and I must say, I don't blame him. I hope y'all have a good day. I hope y'all enjoyed that story. I really tried to make it funny, and thank y'all for watching. See you next time.